And this is a special day for us. We're celebrating a new addition to our convention center here, and that is the artwork that you'll see being unveiled today. This is a great collaboration of Erie County bringing this project to life, and local artists that will bring their projects and adorn our walls that will greet our hundreds of thousands of visitors that come from around the world to discover Buffalo. And this is sort of a gateway to present the local artistry of Western New York. So thank you and welcome. And I would like to now introduce our county executive, Mark Poloncarz.
Thanks, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Good afternoon. Welcome here to the Buffalo Convention Center. As we're here to put out and display for the first time to the public a number of pieces that were bought under our Arts in Public Places program that was passed a couple of years ago by the Erie County Legislature and signed into law by me. The goal was to ensure that of our buildings and grounds projects, of which there are many, that we were ensuring that 1% of the costs associated with our buildings and grounds projects go to purchase art. Art to be displayed in public locations across the entire Erie County building sphere, so to speak. And one of the first real purchases of art to be put on display in the public domain is what you see here, which are the pieces that are in the Buffalo Convention Center that were purchased through a process in which myself, the elected officials, did not really play a role, but the commission that we have in place with regards to arts and public places made a determination based on applications that were received for the purchase of pieces across the board that you will now find in the Buffalo Convention Center, some of which is just traditional art, some which is photography, some which is actual sculptures, and collages as well. And it's just another example of how we're investing in our community, in the community of the arts community, but also our economy. Because when we have a strong arts community, we also have a stronger economy. So I want to thank everyone for being here today. We have a great committee that works on this. And as I said, I'm not the one you want making the determination as to what to put on the walls. Because if you did that, I guarantee a certain percentage of the population would immediately object to it just because I did it. But we actually have our Arts and Public Places Commission initiative that actually did the work. And I'm going to turn it over to the chair, Alexa Orgide, to talk more about it, the artwork that's on the walls and the process that was used. While this is the first one that we're sort of announcing to the public, it is certainly not going to be the last. And it's all part of the work that we're doing to ensure that we continue to invest in our artists, who are also an important part of our economy as well. You see that on the back wall of the convention center with the mural that was unveiled earlier this year. It's actually, I shouldn't say unveiled, because it's very difficult to keep something as large as that hidden from the public while it was being worked on. So people saw it while the actual painting was going up. But that's what we're doing, is we're putting artwork on important buildings in county government, the convention center. Over at the Erie County Health Mall, you see Laura Valkovich's piece that was commissioned by the county and placed there earlier this year. And it's just the start. And I want to thank the commission for their work. They put in a lot of time. It's a volunteer effort on behalf of the individuals who work on it. I want to thank them. Some of them were here. I also want to thank our staff from the Department of Environment and Planning that oversees this. We're joined by our Commissioner Dan Castle, Deputy Commissioner Thomas Baines, as well as Monica Boutin, who oversees the program. So I want to thank them for their work, as well as our friends in the legislature who supported this. The current legislators who couldn't be here today because they're actually in session right now. I also want to give a big shout out to our former chair and now State Senator April Baskin, who was instrumental in passing the Arts and Public Places law, and she's represented by Brenda Alessi here today. So please let the senator know that we're missing her. But to talk about the artwork, to talk about the process, I'm not the one to talk about. Alexa is. So without any further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce to the podium our chair of the Commission of Art and Public Places Initiative, Alexa Orgide.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alexa Wajid. I am the chairperson of the Art and Public Places Committee. And on behalf of that committee, myself, Don Ciuta, Susan Baird O'Connor, Bernice Radel, and Idris Wajid, we stand here in high gratitude and joy of the commitment of Erie County that they have demonstrated supporting artists as entrepreneurs and small businesses. I've spoken with so many leaders, arts leaders across New York State, and we are among the few counties in this groundbreaking effort to highlight and support artists as small businesses. And this has been my charge since being appointed to the Arts and Public Places Committee, because arts advocacy is part of our heart work. From the large public works at the Erie County Health Mall and the back of the Convention Center, Pearl Street Corridor, to now presenting these small or original fine artworks. And the process was a little daunting, and we definitely thank Department of Environment and Planning for assisting us through everything. We had over 300 entries for small works and original fine artworks, and it was a lot to go through, but we are really excited about the first pieces that we selected, and we're also really excited about our next call for art. Our committee has started the work to show the beautiful and diverse works of Erie County residents, and it's only the beginning. It is the duty and the privilege of the Arts and Public Places Committee to use public art as a tool to brighten and to help improve the visual landscape of Erie County and acknowledge the residents throughout Erie County with the power of public art, and to ensure that art is not an afterthought. I do always say that, because it is to be valued, and artists must be compensated for the work that they do. So again, thank you so much to Senator April Baskin, County Executive Mark Poloncarz, Legislator Lawrence Dupree, of which this is his district, the Erie County Departments of Environment and Planning and Public Works, for their hard work and supporting the arts, also for allowing us to give artists their flowers, which is so important for us to give back to the communities that we serve. We thank each and every one of you for being here. We hope that you are in attendance at this reception, and we definitely thank all of the artists for their hard work and their continued dedication to their practice. And we hope that all artists apply for our future calls for work, because there's certainly more to come. So thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. And now I am going to introduce one of our artists who is exhibiting today, Miss Andrea Weglowski.
Hello. Thank you all so much for inviting me to speak today. It's truly an honor to have my work included in the very first art collection for Erie County here at the Buffalo Convention Center. As an artist who has lived and worked in Buffalo for 10 years, I feel so lucky to live in this community where art is valued and it's part of daily conversations from the art organizations, the galleries, museums, and through its public art initiatives. There are so many amazing artists living in Erie County, and everything that makes this area unique kind of seeps its way into the work that we make. And artists need to make their work. There's really no way around that. We're compelled beyond reason to make the things that resonate with our own life experiences. And so this initiative also sends an important message to artists that what we make here matters, and that's really meaningful. In my case, a photograph that I was deeply compelled to take in 2018 is now part of the collection, and I couldn't be more thrilled. In my daily commute or while driving my kids around, I notice things and often go back with my camera to photograph them in case they disappear. Trees, signs, buildings, interesting visual relationships that I can't really explain. So the old car wash sign that I photographed on Main and Ferry is now gone. So this piece of art is also an act of preservation, and hopefully a touch point for people visiting here. And when we talk about public art, we're not just talking about decoration. We're talking about visibility and recognition for the artists and about connection. And every piece that eventually gets placed in the public becomes part of the shared fabric of our community. And hopefully people walking through our spaces have a connection with what they see. So thank you for starting a platform where local artists can have their work seen and supported. A public collection like this also shares that creativity and cultural value are thriving in Western New York and Erie County, and local voices deserve to be celebrated. And thank you for building a bridge between artists and institutions to allow opportunities for visibility and financial support. So thank you to everybody, and may we all keep striving towards a more visible, sustainable, creative ecosystem right here at home.
A key partner in my office, of course, is our Deputy County Executive, who works on a number of initiatives associated with ensuring that people's lives are better, especially our Live Well Erie initiative, and this fits in perfect with it in many different ways. And we'll let her finish it up as she talks about the importance of this in our county budget, as well as our community in general. So Deputy County Executive Lisa Shamara.
Good afternoon, everyone. What an amazing day to celebrate artists. For many years as a teacher, I would oftentimes use artwork to engage students in writing. And what a piece of art did for a student is it allowed them to learn about the past, learn about others, do some self-reflection, and motivate them to write. That's what art did for them. Pieces like this in public places will do that for everyone. Not only are we celebrating artwork and we're investing in our amazing artists that we have in Buffalo, but we're giving people an opportunity to look at a piece of art, reflect upon their experiences and the experiences of others, celebrate others, learn about each other, and I believe become a more compassionate community. So let's celebrate our artists today. Let's make sure we thank them for their great work in inspiring so many. And let's always make sure that we invest in art in our public places. So thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. This, as I said, is the first of a number of them that will be in the future, because it is part of our law now that 1% of all costs associated with building projects across Erie County will be reserved for art. Some of it may be on the outside, some of it may be the inside, some of it could be sculptures that we put on display inside or outside. So stay tuned for more of these in the future. And as Alexa said, there will be another call for artists coming soon. Do we have a date? No, we don't have a date yet. So stay tuned. With that, any questions?
I'll grab Alexa if you could.
Alexa, you have any questions?
Oh, questions, yes.
Alexa, can you tell me a little bit about where, like, what the thinking was, or kind of how you chose the piece? That varied quite a bit. I was looking at them. There's some photographs, some minor sculptures, some paint. Tell me about what the process was like.
So as I said, there were 316 individual artworks that were submitted for us to select from, and we chose 22 of those pieces, and there are currently 21 on display. And it's almost like magic. Art is magic. Art kind of works when you're feeling the moment, when you are working with great pieces and you are working with inspiration. Somehow it just automatically comes together. And we were able to select 22 pieces without looking at them all together. So when the artwork actually came in for us to view, and we were like, yeah, this is it, this is gonna work, and it's gonna be beautiful on the walls. But it was amazing how it actually came together and us curating the space, how we were able to group individual pieces so that they work together aesthetically, through color and appealing to the eye. So that was the basic process. And we encourage all artists to submit to, whether it's a large public artwork call for art or a small works call for art, we encourage all Erie County artists to submit, because you never know, we're actually paying for artwork.
And the convention center gets a lot of out-of-town guests here.
Yes.
What do you hope this art tells people about Buffalo and Erie County?
Well, as it was stated before, this is a gateway. So this is a gateway to Erie County, to Buffalo, New York, to the Buffalo Niagara area. And this is definitely a subset of what we have to offer through photography, through sculpture, through painting. This is a little glimpse about what Buffalo and Erie County is. And it's something that we encourage everyone to come and see. Hopefully they're pieces that, you want to investigate further. Maybe it encourages you to go to our art galleries. Maybe it encourages you to go see our other public artworks. And maybe it encourages you to go into our catalog or look up these artists and actually see, I really like this artwork. I would love to get more of this artist's artwork, and really support them and encourage them. Thank you.
No further questions. Thanks, everyone.